So another story I realized I have never told you then. So fast forward a month, Good AM comes out, and Mac is doing that homecoming thing, right? And I had just opened up for the internet, which was his backing bands. He had a meet and
That's
greet
crazy.
at Daily Bread randomly, and it was supposed to be from 8 in the morning until like 2 p.m. He shows up at 1:30 driving himself in his mother's Prius.
What?
So there's this long line, and then he ended up going until like later in the day and everything. But the way the line was set up, like, you know how Daily Bread kind of has the corner shop and the doors over like right on the corner. So people were lined up down the sidewalk, and you could see into the room that he was at the very ends. So he comes in, and he comes over to the window where we were, and he was like, "Hey, anyone who goes down to that corner store and gets Coors Banquet, front of the line." So then all these people start sprinting to the corner store, and then they all come back with Coors. And then 2 minutes later comes back, and he's like, "Hey, anyone who goes to that corner store and gets ice, front of the line."
No way. That's
It was, dude, just seeing him interact with people, he was such like a showman and entertainer. Like every little thing he did, it was just such, not
That's
as if
too
he was trying to
funny.
like display a show, but it was just like he was so magnetically like entertaining, you know?
wow.
So we get up to the front of the line, and I don't know, I've always been pretty decent at talking to not only like famous people, but people I really look up to. And I went up with Jake Ware, and he's like, "Oh God, what do we say? What do we say?" I'm like, "Jake, I got this." So I go up, and I remember afterwards, Jake was like, "I don't know what the fuck Andrew just said, but he just worded that so well. Oh my God, that was crazy." So I pretty much just went up. I was like, "What's up, dude? Local hip hop artist, big fan of yours. I just opened up for the internet actually, like 2 weeks ago." He was like, "Oh, damn, get out. That's tight." Daps me up, and like we take the picture and everything. That's that because it's just kind of like a meet and greet. But that was awesome. He's much shorter than you think and has the chubbiest hands ever. Like the little thing in your thumb. He had the biggest fucking bottom of his thumb I've ever seen. Like,
Damn.
do you know who Christian Clancy is too? He was Odd Future's like their manager slash kind of like PR agent. You know, he was for like
Possibly.
Sex Pistols, Odd Future, and then Mac when he went over to Warner. So we knew who he was, and no one was talking to him. So Jake and I went over, and Jake had learned that he really liked books. So Jake bought him this book, and like he wrote to Clancy, like whatever, gives him the book, and he's like, "Oh wow, like wait, let me talk to you guys, give you some advice." And I
Yeah.
always heard Odd Future making fun of him for magnets. They were like, "Oh, if you want to learn about magnets, go talk to Clancy." So here's what he said. He said, "The only advice you need if you want to market yourself as an artist is you need to make yourself a magnet." So he used the example of this meet and greet. He's like, "I don't give a fuck." It was the day Good AM came out. So he's like, "I don't give a fuck what the person that's DJing in Chicago is listening to right now, if they like this album or not. I care about what you guys, because you guys are here. This is like a magnet. So you guys will always be fans now." And he just tries things, and if they don't attract people, then they don't. And you just try to build these magnets, he said, which that always stuck with me, you know?
Damn, that's deep as fuck. Wow.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Yeah, but my favorite part of that is that he showed up like 6 hours later something, driving his own mom's Prius.